Hello, and welcome to the Burnham Brief. I'm your host, Danny Burnham, and I've got a handful of news stories for you. We're going to start in the sports world. UFC 322 took place over the weekend, featured two title fights. In the main event, Islam Makhachev secured a unanimous decision victory over Jack Della Maddalena. Islam Makhachev moves to 28-1 overall and 17-1 in the UFC, while Maddalena falls to 18-3 overall, 8-1 in the UFC. This fight was for the welterweight title. It's 170 pounds. This win was particularly significant as it tied Makhachev with Anderson Silva's record of 16 consecutive UFC victories, a feat that underscores his dominance in the sport. In the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko defended her flyweight title against Zhang Weili. Shevchenko won by unanimous decision against Weili, who is moving up a weight class for this fight. Shevchenko is now 26-4-1 overall in MMA, 15-3-1 in the UFC, while Weili falls to 26-4 overall herself and 10-3 in the UFC. And one of the most exciting moments of the night, Bo Nickel, who's known as a wrestler, delivered a stunning head kick knockout versus Rodolfo Vieira, earning him Performance of the Night bonus and solidifying his place as a rising star in the middleweight division. That's 185 pounds. Donald Trump has reversed his course again on the Epstein files. President Trump urged House Republicans on Sunday to support the release of the long-withheld Jeffrey Epstein files from the Justice Department's investigation into the convicted sex offender who died in 2019, reversing his earlier characterization of the effort as a Democrat hoax. Over 100 House Republicans back a discharge petition for H.R. 6577, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which would force the DOJ to disclose unredacted investigative records within 30 days. The House vote is scheduled for Tuesday, November 18th, amid bipartisan calls for transparency on Epstein's connection to powerful figures. We like for the news to be as lighthearted as possible as anytime we can here on this show. But sometimes you've just got to talk about a tragedy because you need to frame it for the heroic effort that it was. We're talking about the tragedy that unfolded in West Virginia over the past week in a coal mine in the depths of the Rolling Thunder coal mine in Nicholas County, West Virginia. A tragic tale unfolded over the last week. A man named Steve Lipscomb, who was 42, was a foreman from the town of Elkview, lost his life in a heroic effort to save his crew from a sudden and devastating flood. His story is one of bravery and sacrifice and the unforgiving nature of the coal mining industry. On Saturday, November 8th, Lipscomb was working with a 17-person crew at the Rolling Thunder mine owned by Alpha Metallurgical Resources. During routine operations, the crew encountered a sudden and substantial inflow of water. A wall holding back an unknown pocket of water had been compromised, leading to a catastrophic flood that trapped Lipscomb and endangered his entire team. In a selfless act that would ultimately cost him his life, Lipscomb prioritized the safety of his crew. He was last seen ensuring that his fellow miners made it out safely, a decision that allowed the rest of the crew to escape while he remained behind and was ultimately trapped in the flooded mine. The search and rescue operation that followed was a massive undertaking involving local, state, and federal agencies, as well as emergency dive teams. Crews worked tirelessly around the clock to pump water out of the mine and create safe access points for rescue teams. Despite their best effort, the sheer volume of water and the complexity of the mine structure made the rescue mission incredibly challenging. Lipscomb's body was finally discovered on Thursday, November 14th, 6 days after the accident. A two-man crew entered the mine about 6 a.m. once the water level had receded enough to allow safe entry. Tragically, at around 7:30 a.m., they found Lipscomb's body, confirming the worst fears of his family and friends, and of course his colleagues. The incident at Rolling Thunder Mine marks the second mine-related tragedy in West Virginia this month, following the death of Joey Mitchell Jr. at the Matiki Mine in Tucker County. These back-to-back tragedies have once again highlighted the dangers faced by coal miners and the need for continued support and safety measures in the industry as they continue to power our homes, our community, and our country. Because we never want to end on a sad note, sometimes you just have to talk about these things. But we want to go out on an upswing, so we're going to bring you the verse of the day. This comes from Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. And it states, "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." So y'all chill. There's enough bad stuff going on in the world. Let's be nice to each other. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay informed, stay safe. God bless.